After being on the road for 8 months, it was nice to get back to Rockport, Texas, so I can enjoy time with friends and family and get a few projects done. It's always fun to get out on the bay and to do a little bit of fishing. It's even more fun when you catch your limit of redfish. It was only fitting for Velma, the birthday girl, to catch the biggest fish of the day. My daughter and niece came to visit during my stay, so we went to Lamar to see the whooping cranes and an alligator. We also visited Fulton Harbor to check out the boats, went for a nice walk at sunset, also stopped at the Fulton Pier. It's free to walk on, and it's $5 a pole to fish. While spending the day at Rockport Beach, the girls and I also visited the world-famous YouTuber
Boondocking with Dennis.
Also had a great time when my son came to visit, especially since he let me play with his dog, Willow. A couple of my brother's friends from middle and high school came for a visit, so we headed out to the bay for another day of fishing. Though we didn't catch our limit, it was a great day for me as I caught a 30-inch redfish. It isn't always fun and games though, as I have to catch up on deferred maintenance and repairs at my rental properties. I also get voluntold for projects at my sister's and mom's, such as cleaning up my sister's garage and fixing a gas leak for her hot water heater.
KK's pipes are leaking. That's natural gas smell in her garage. She didn't know what it was. It needs to be fixed.
The installer used white Teflon tape, which is a no-no for natural gas. I was able to take apart all the fittings and put on the right yellow Teflon tape. One of the more interesting projects was a ceiling fan that ripped its box out of the ceiling at my sister's. I was able to put back in a metal box and get the fan rehung. One of the bigger projects was converting one of my short-term rentals into a long-term rental. With the help of my son, nephew, and brother, we were able to move all the furniture into an apartment at my brother's business. The biggest project this spring was getting my lot in Fulton ready to use for RVs. First up was removing banana palms killed by a winter freeze. I then dug ditches for water and electrical, and I built forms for 5 small concrete pads. I could put 3 bags at a time in the mixer, and the overall project took 28 bags. Lucky me, look who came over to help. Wally had been staying next door and we had visited several times. It made the project a lot easier. Wally had poured a lot of concrete as a kid growing up in New Mexico. I'd say we made a pretty good team. With the concrete pads poured, it was time to get the electrical installed and to backfill the ditches. The next project was replacing the old rotten fence. The neighbor and I did the demolition, and I hired out installation of the new fence. What a huge improvement this lot has seen over the last couple of years. The lot is now listed on HipCamp. It's a great location in downtown Fulton, close to the bars, restaurants, harbor, and fishing pier. Before getting back on the road, I had to make sure the van was ready. The most important project being to fix the shower pan, which had a leak. After putting the shower pan back in the van, I added some reinforcement to the front edge to help prevent future cracks. I also put the toilet back in. The cassette toilet comes out and goes back in as a single-piece unit, being held in place with 7 screws. They don't leave you a lot of room in the cassette compartment to reconnect the water line and electrical cords.
shower and toilet it back in. So project done.
The next project was to add some storage under the dinette floor. I removed some ducts and rerouted them. Then I added in some supports to hold the floor, and then cut the floorboard into two so that it could be hinged up and down, easy access. I'm thankful for the time I get to spend in Rockport, for being able to visit family and friends, and to reset between trips. Rockport and Fulton are fortunate to be surrounded by the waves of Copano and Aransas bays, windswept oaks, and bird sanctuaries, and a colorful community filled with art and fishing culture. You can get away from the stress of everyday life any time of the year in this small coastal gem.